Hi, everyone. Hi, Evie23. Hi, Brad. Brad, that comment made my day. This is the kind of silly nonsense game I like to see. Because, as always, had a long discussion with my wife tonight, speculating as to whether or not Brad would approve of my game selection for the evening. And hello, Nick. Good evening, sir. You guys, and I actually just went on Discord to post this, and I saw, Brad, you had a little, look at the time. It was touch and go today. Up until about 10 minutes ago, I was lying in bed. This has been a rough day. It's been kind of a rough week. Not the worst week, just a fuck it week. I had to go to the dentist twice this week. All right, nothing horrible, but it's just the fact I had to go to the dentist twice. I went to the dentist, and Thursdays, you know how my other Thursdays are at work. They're like hectic and stressful, and there was extra stuff I had to do today I don't usually do. That was stressful. I had stress dreams for like half the night leading into waking up. So I had dreams about being like a stressful work situation. I woke up, I went to actual work, and then, oh, look at the little monster here that just came in. Look at this little monster that just came in. Hey, Moo. You know what Moo did that I found just not right before I had my big meltdown for the evening? I went to the bathroom and I came back. These are headsets that I got for Prime Day for work. I really like them. They were on sale for $60, normally $80. And I came back from the bathroom and they're on the ground, and somebody's chewed the cord off. Yeah, somebody. I don't think it was my wife Amanda. I think it might have been the little chew monster. But I can't blame her. I mean, she chews whatever she can get, and she got it. So that was that was one of the last straws. And then I was putting this background video together for the supermarket simulator, but when I hit render, it's like, oh, it's gonna take 15 minutes. And that's when I just was like, all right, then I'm gonna lay down. And I almost didn't get up again tonight. I was laying down, I started falling asleep, and I was just like, whatever. So, now you know where I'm coming from and why my energy is a little different. I might perk up. Like, literally, I was like dozing, grumpy, in a bad mood. I hope she's ashamed of herself. Look, do you think she's ashamed of herself? Are you ashamed of yourself, man? Yeah. She definitely seems, it could be the heat. She looks like she knows that I'm displeased with her. Yeah, Mo, do you remember this? Does this one look familiar to Does this look familiar to you? And this thing on the end here that's been eaten? Yeah, was it delicious? Okay. I know she didn't poop on me, though. We went camping last weekend. That was an interesting experience. I had stress dreams the whole night when we had her in the tent that we were waking up to find her actively pooping and or pissing on our sleeping bags. To the point where when I woke up, I had to ask Amanda, did that happen last night? She's like, no. It's like, I could have sworn, like, we woke up, she was taking a shit on the sleeping bag, and we were too tired to deal with it. We just said, well, fucking, we'll sleep in her shit and we'll clean it up in the morning. A lot of people my age need dentures. Nope, at least so far, luckily, like, this dentist is really good. I'm really pleased with this dentist. Because I saw an emergency dentist a couple of years ago about this tooth that I had been having recurring problems with. And he said, like, if this filling doesn't hold, you're probably going to need to get an implant. And the dentist but this is like an emergency dentist. It's a chain in the Portland area called Emergency Tooth Doctor. All right. And they're good if you need an appointment, like, in 30 minutes. And they're like, come on in. Don't know you, come on in. But this is like a proper dentist office. and they're super nice, and they're like, oh yeah, we can save that tooth. That's fine. Yeah, we took her. We went camping. It was my brother-in-law's friend has a cabin up in the mountains, so it's a private. It's not a campground. I don't think she could handle all the cars that slowly move around a campground. She'd freak out. But what did end up being the problem that we didn't think was going to be a huge problem was she could not handle my nieces and nephew. And mainly it was because by the time we got there, we opened the door of the car, and as soon as we opened the door, all three of them are mobbing the door. Oh, puppy, puppy, puppy. And she does not, she's weird social. Maybe she takes after me, but she needs to be introduced to somebody slow and gentle. And they immediately were mobbing her, and she's growling at them and freaking out. And then the whole rest of the trip, every time you turn around, they're trying to sneak up on her. And they're like, if we could sneak up on her and just pet her, then we'd be friends. And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. It got to the point where, if she even saw them within 20 feet away, walking at all in her direction, her lips would curl up and she'd start growling, which I've never seen her like that to anyone. But it ended up being a nightmare because then she fought with their dog. There's a puppy that's a month younger than her, but twice her size. Big old dumb friendly thing. Didn't know what was going on. She was acting like a royal bitch to that poor puppy, but she was having a hard time. Alright. Let's see. I'm missing chat. Look, malicious. Could have been a home invader. Pooping in my sleeping bag? Is that what we're talking about? And she feels fine about her and behavior. She probably does. She's just tired because it's hot. You think she looks proud of herself? And Mike says grocery shopping. Why? $300 for one grocery. This actually, well, here. This game is blowing up right now, and I saw it because one of the guys that I watch that regularly does reviews reviewed it, and was all enthusiastic about it, and it's got 40,000 reviews at 94%. Positive reviews, which is doesn't always tell the whole story, but usually if a game is doing that, there's something to it. And then I think you guys know this, but there was when I was in college, I was a shift supervisor at a store that was pretty much just like the little store you start with in this game. And so when I saw this reviews for this game pop up, I started getting the nostalgia really hard. And then I looked at reviews and Let's Plays of it, and the more I looked at it, the more I would... And it's it's $12.99 regular price. So I was like, I've been having this week, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it. And then I got it last night, and I couldn't put it down. I kept playing it late until finally, at midnight, I'm like, I need to shut this thing off and go to bed. But yeah, so I like it. I like it. You hate those ultra realistic dreams. Yeah, I had the last part of my dream was dreaming about the something I in real life had to do for work today, and it's something I had to present for a meeting, and I was trying to figure out how to present it. It wasn't a big deal. It's just I was in a bad mood about it, and I was stressing over it. It was fine, but I won't get into it. I think mostly it was a problem because I was in a bad mood about today to begin with. But it was basically, I do a weekly presentation before the team, and it was that someone else in a meeting in our little internal, our little QA team, last week had randomly said, hey, what would be neat sometime is to do a presentation for easy way to get points back in QA or something. And they threw out a bunch of a bunch of ideas of things I could put into it. And everyone's like, oh, that's a cool idea. And then last night, right before I got off work, but I just said I wasn't getting into it at the beginning of it. Last night, right before I got off work, and the manager's like, so did you prepare that presentation for easy way to get points tomorrow? And that's not normally what I do during my section. I didn't realize anyone was intending that I was going to do that. So I was like, no, I know that got thrown out as an idea by someone else. So that'd be a good idea to do. I wasn't aware that it was actually a thing that we'd agreed to do and that I was going to do it. So I think I was just like kind of pissed off. But it's the sort of thing that I do anyways, and like every week. But usually what I do is I look at the stuff that we actually reviewed the previous week, like the work that people did, and I'll look specifically at the things that we're giving our team members problems that week, the challenges that we're facing, and then I point out what's been challenging and provide tips to the team about like which procedures to look over to review to get on top of that. Tips, little tip. I will give them little tips and tricks. I do that sort of thing every week anyway. It was just that kind of that thing where it was like, this was someone else's idea and someone else's format, and they're just like, oh yeah, you're doing that tomorrow, right? I was like, well, I wasn't planning on it, but I guess now I am. All right, so there it is. Just another thing I was grumpy about. Before that, I was dreaming about, that happened in real life, but I was dreaming about it towards the end of my dream cycle. The dream I had, like, that took through the middle of the night was I just got hired at a new big giant law firm, and it was all scary and it was all intimidating, and it was my first day at work. And this person hired me. Is like, okay, here's your desk. And it was this little cubicle in a room full of like cubicles all crammed together. There was nothing on it. There was no computer. There was no nothing on this desk. And they didn't even tell me like anything about what was going on at that firm. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Nobody told me anything. So I sat down at this desk and I'm just like, well now what? I'm, you know, anyways. So then I was trying to figure out, like, okay, well, clearly I'm supposed to be like a self-starter, but like I don't even know what this law firm does. So I was stressing out, figuring out, like, am I gonna have to go to like the hiring manager and tell him I don't know what to do next? Anyway, it's stressful. It was all stressful, you guys. I should have just had the tooth pulled and not removed it. What? Yeah, I am missing chat. Nick probably said that. Probably said that 6 minutes ago. Missing chat. You seen this game and it's interesting? Yeah, it wasn't even on my radar until I saw the review for it a couple days ago. It's not like gonna blow anyone away. It's just like it's got a fun game loop. I think it's got a good like pace to what you do. It keeps it kind of interesting. Bringing work, you got 119 pick rate. Nice, your highest one yet. Congrats. Mike, you don't have dreams about work. You had a dream in which Snoopy stole your car keys. I mean, I would have a dream like that, but I think most of the dreams that I have are about work. That's why I probably don't remember most of my dreams. And when I do, it's usually like whatever I do in real life. It's just, that's what I'm dreaming about. But it's like some particularly irritating variation on it. It's always like some complicated problem has come up that I've got to figure out how to solve. I mean, I'll spend half a night contemplating how I'm going to write an email to explain a problem that's come up to management. And then I wake up. At first, I'll start waking up a little bit. And I'll be like, wait, this is just a dream. I don't need it. And then I'll be like, no, I'm almost done getting that email together. Like, I'm fixated on it. And then another part of me is like, look, get up, have a pee, shake it off. It's not real. This email you think you need to write, you're dreaming. And I'm like, I know I'm dreaming, but I'm almost done. I've almost figured it out. I need 10 more minutes and then I'll have it. So that's the way my dreams work. If I actually get up and pee, then usually I'll at some point figure it out, like shake my head and go, wait, like really, literally, I need to stop thinking about this email that doesn't exist because I don't need to finish it. Used to have nightmares about work a lot. Well, my dreams about work are not usually, I wouldn't classify them as nightmares. They're just extensions of what the kind of brain wrestling I'm always doing every day anyways. And it's just, I'm doing them in my sleep. Solving problems, like figuring whatever, diagnosing stuff. When you worked in apparel, because you hated that position. Yeah, I mean, I've had nightmares about work. I think I think I told you guys, like, when I was in law school one summer for a few weeks, I temped at a mortuary. I actually had a nightmare night, like a proper nightmare about that job. But that job, like, was a morbid job that involved corpses, so it's not surprising that, I mean, I got the heebie-jeebies every day when I was in there anyways. I'm not, some people are cut out for that kind of work. Not I. When you were a kid, you had a dream where the Earth was invaded by aliens, but it was okay because the aliens were balloon people and easily killable. Well, that's kind of a fun dream, Mike. You have nightmares about the Thursday guarantee somehow being violated? Brad, take a breath, Brad. When have I ever? Alright? For almost 10 years now. I've never missed a single Thursday, and Brad, goddammit, I never will. I give you this ironclad, it's a full-on swear before all the saints and the gods and everyone else, all of my dead ancestors. I will never miss a Thursday stream. Never have. Never will. You have nightmares about me canceling stream too? Fortunately for me, institutional memory is terrible around here. What do you mean, Brad? I count on you guys to be able to back me up when I say that I've never missed a stream. Right, Brad? You don't even know what bone meal tastes like? Well, that's been a question for the ages. I think Nick's got it written down somewhere. That's why we really... Nick was in charge of bone meal, the bone meal eating experience. You're frequently confused about whether I've missed streams, particularly, Brad? Oh my god, you guys. You don't remember what bone meal tastes like either. You do know what a bitch suit does, though. Alright, good. That's important. That's a far callback, Mike. 26 more days till you're 9 days off again. Sweet! You left my notes in Skyrim? I have to boot it up real quick. Wait. Your notes are in my Skyrim? I don't mean to rain on your parade, Nick, but that doesn't make any sense. You're still waiting to see the end of the Saboteur? I forget, was the Saboteur the first time I ever streamed with a cam on? I think it was a Saboteur stream in 2016. No, 2018. 2018. Keep saying you do. Can't remember, so you gotta take my word for it. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I've never missed a Thursday. My notes are in me streaming Skyrim? Now I feel like I'm having a dream, like some kind of a fever dream. Does that even make sense? It would in one of my weirdo dreams, I'll tell you that much. Like, I gotta log into Skyrim because my manager said that's where we're meeting this week. Some kind of bullshit like that. How do we even have a meeting in Skyrim? It's not even online. I mean, I could log into ESO and there is a sort of a Skyrim there, but that's not, you said it's not Skyrim, the 2011 game. It's your unfinished business in this world since you died on your first mission at XCOM. You're not the only one. Nick is still feeling that I did the same thing to him. I think Nick died in the first episode of XCOM, the first combat that I did in XCOM at all. Is it reality, or is Lawyer dreaming it all up, or is someone else dreaming it up? I feel like a lot of this makes me suspicious this is Brad's dream, because it's weird, and I have a feeling Brad's dreams are weird. He probably doesn't remember any of them, so that's why no one knows it's Brad's dream. You hope I kill you in Supermarket Simulator? Well, when you get to a certain point, you can hire cashiers, but I don't think they've implemented cashier death yet. You hire like a stock person that stocks the stuff. You hire cashiers. I think at my stores, level 11, you can start hiring cashiers at level 10, but I can't afford that shit. But let me ask you all something. This is a serious question now. Do you like this video that I made in the background for Supermarket Simulator? It's one of the reasons I almost didn't stream tonight, because it took 15 minutes to render, and so I laid down. I had a hard time finding the kind of stock footage that I thought was appropriate, and the kind of music that I thought would be fun to overlay on the stock footage. This video makes you feel commerce? Alright. I'll fire you, aka capitalism's death. If this was Brad's stream, everyone would have big asses like in Super Mega Baseball, and we'll all be doing dailies and Binding of Isaac. I don't know. I can't confirm that because I haven't seen a Brad stream in like a year. It hasn't been that long. Brad, are you ever gonna stream again? Or is it, since you got a puppy, you can't stream anymore? I got a puppy, I stream. She fucks up my shit, but I keep streaming anyways. So I have a cheaper version of this headset. I got a headset coming overnight delivery from Amazon. This is my work headset that my dog chewed up. I at one point tried to use this wireless headset for work, but it was every time I would relaunch Teams, it would disconnect from it. And I tried it one day, and every time I went into a meeting, the audio was fucked up. So I stopped using it. Because every time this thing timed out, whatever. But this is a Plantronics headset. This is it sucks too, because I really like this headset. Super. We'll see what the other one's like. The thing is I got this on Prime Day, and I got it for $60, and now it's $80, and I just couldn't. And then there's like a lower model of it that's not as good, that was only $40. Same company, Plantronics, which is one of the companies that I've used for years for work headsets that I like. But this one was nice. It's got like the plush like leather padding, and it has this like thing on top for extra comfort. It's cushy and it sounded real nice. Millie, you asshole. I can't believe you chewed this thing up. I was only in the bathroom for like 30 seconds too. She wasn't even in my room when I left. Okay, now I'm gonna have a minor meltdown. It's one of those moments where I'm like, I may be wearing a shirt that says Padre, the dog father, on it, but there's another part of me that thinks that moment when we agreed to get a puppy somewhat spontaneously was the worst mistake I ever made. Yeah, I got a cheaper one. It's coming overnight. It should be here before I start work in the morning. It's another Plantronics, but it's cheaper. It still has the exact same, this thing that's got the volume control and the mute. So, I don't know, can you splice this shit? This seems like there's too much, this cord is doing stereo and mic. It feels like too much for me to splice. Because I thought, for a second, I'm like, I think I could splice that back together, but I have a feeling that's a terrible idea. Anyways. I'll probably start a fire if I do it. I'll be in a meeting and a fire will start. Or worse yet, I'll just be sitting on my desk while I'm sleeping and a fire will start. In the middle of the night. I should have just splurged. Well, the last one I got to me was... This one was a little bit of a splurge. And the fact is I don't wear this like all day long. During the week... Like, some days I'm only in meetings for 15 minutes. Like a couple days are only 15 minutes. On the days where I have substantial meetings, I'm in meetings for like 2 to 3 hours on those days. So it does matter, but it's not every single day. It's not when I first started and I actually did phone calls on a headset. My whole job was literally with a headset on. And then I would agree, like, yeah, spare no fucking expense. Whatever is the best experience, do it. But the $40 one I'm getting probably is going to be fine. It's just not quite this. This is some premium shit. Like, I'm feeling this right now and going, oh, that's nice. Can you see this? How nice this is? Oh, so cushy. So, like, just pillows. Oh. Although these get a little bit warm, and the cheap ones are foam. So, actually, that could even be cooler and more comfortable. That's the counterpoint. Sometimes when they're like, yeah, it's premium, but then it's like, I don't know. There's always a trade-off. You can splice it easy. You make your own terminal cables? It's too much for me to splice. Someone who knew what they're doing, no problem. Okay. When you wear headphones, does it hurt your head? Every time you wear headphones, they hurt my ears' head. No. Now, I have worn headphones that do hurt my head. Because they pinch my head or they otherwise don't fit right. But if you get... now, these, like, if I wear these for hours and hours, these are a little heavier. But even these still have, like... they have that extra comfort band up there. Actually, I could probably extend that a little bit. But there's an extra comfort band up there. And they're just, like, cushy and well-fitting. But there are definitely headsets I've worn that hurt like hell. They're not. Some are more comfortable than others, and it also depends on everyone's heads and their ears are a little different. So a headset that's comfortable for one person is going to drive another person crazy. But definitely there are cheaper headsets that are like super high tension, like they push in on your ears. That I think anyone who wore some headset, probably if you wear it for more than 20 minutes, your ears are gonna hurt. So, but headsets that I've worn, like some of these somewhat nicer ones, like $50 or so, if they're a good fit, I've worn them for like all day without even realizing it. And then other ones I've worn, and goddamn, they're uncomfortable and they pinch my ears. So, it really depends on headset. Your brother was going to join and watch, but you fell asleep. That's okay. He didn't answer you when you told him I was live. Is that the same reason in bed? That's fine. He probably got tired of waiting, because I was in bed. I almost didn't stream. The main reason I streamed is because I've never, ever missed a stream on a Thursday night. It's not like I would have just gone on a Discord and said, I'm over today, you guys. Can't do it. See you next week. Would never do that. I'm like the postal service. From rain or high water or hell with snow, sleet, whatever all the shit they say. They never miss a day. You've had headphones that were so bad they hurt my ass. Headphones are, yeah, it depends on the headphones and the head. But I've definitely had headphones that hurt, like made my ears and head sore as shit. And then I've had headphones that I can wear all day long. Like I said, these, after about 4 hours of having them on constantly, they're a little bit heavy. It starts to get a little bit much. But some of the lighter ones that I've worn are like, I could wear them all day and not even notice that they're on. You need to invest in more expensive headphone set then? I mean, I think you probably get one that's not expensive that's still comfortable. It really depends on the headset. But yeah, the really, if you like going to Amazon, like it seems like always the most highest rated where they're like the most popular. A lot of times that's the cheapest headset that is okay. So to be like, hey, there's this headset, it's $12.99. It's got 40,000 likes and it's 4.7 rating overall. And usually what that is like, hey, this is a really good headset for $12. You really get what you pay for. So it's like, they're going to endorse it because, yeah, for $12, that's a pretty good deal. It's kind of a shitty headset, but it's definitely worth $12. But I've gotten more expensive where it's like, I had more expensive ones that were kind of uncomfortable. But it seems like a lot of the main manufacturers, they're well known for good quality headsets. And especially if it's like for work or even for gaming, but if it's the headsets are designed to be worn all day or for long periods of time, they will be designed with comfort in mind so that you're not going to be like hating their headset if you wear it for more than an hour, you know? Are we going to go grocery shopping today? You need chimichangas to pack for lunch at work? I don't have any. I don't think I got chimichangas yet. In this store, you have to unlock licenses to expand the things you can sell. So eventually, I might be able to sell chimichangas. We're not there yet. Hold on a minute. I just want to see if anyone... Did anyone say when I had that serious question about whether you liked this background video? And I don't know if anyone said. Or if I just overlooked... If I just overlooked the... Oh, yeah. The video makes me feel calmer. Alright. That was the answer I was looking for. Oh, what? Look at the skull sphinx. EV23 is a goof. That is all. Good night. You know who's a goof? Is that one over there. That's the real goof. Do I have a photographic evidence of this? We took some pictures of her on the road trip. And there's one in particular that is like primo goof pictures. Wait, where do I have her pictures? Where do I have pictures? My pictures? Here we go. Oh, I guess I didn't put those pictures. I thought I saved them. Well, now I gotta find it. I know I emailed it from my phone, so I have it on here. Come on! Mail? Everything's being sluggish right now. Alright. Here it is. I didn't mean to put all those pictures on here. I just meant to drag one, but apparently did all of them. Alright, so now you're going to see all the pictures. This was Millie sitting calmly in the car on the drive up. Yeah. This is Millie having extreme water adventures in the creek. She did have some fun. This is her. Now, I don't know if this was fun because she also seemed to think that water splashes were some kind of a monster. So either she was having a great time or she was fighting for her life in abject terror. Choose. You sort of it's up to the viewer to decide which experience she's having in this picture. There's another picture of her in the water. This is before she learned about the dangerous splashes, where she was kind of like, hey, cool, water. Then she hit the water a little fast, and her legs started splashing, and then she attacked the splashes. Is this a goofy one? She got a couple car pics. Oh, this is another. This is just her looking off into the distance. That's a pretty good one. And this is the one I wanted to show you guys. I don't know what happened. I think she may have been coming out of a yawn. But this picture is just like 100% goofus right here. This is this is she looks like the ultimate goof. Like, what are you doing? You gargling? Are you howling at the roof of the car? I don't know what's happening here. But that is, one of her nicknames is Goofus. And, this is a definite Goofus shot right here. If you listen to a lot of music on your headphones, more expensive ones are definitely worth it anyway. Well, when I'm at work, I do not listen to a lot of music on my headphones. But this is a true statement. In fact, the headphones I'm wearing now actually sound pretty good. I think if you're an audiophile and you buy $400 headphones, you're probably not going to rival those. But the headset I'm wearing, right, it's especially for wireless, which is usually slightly less quality. I don't have Fig Newtons yet either, but maybe I'll work up to them. Have you ever tried deep frying your bonus burritos and turning into a chimichanga? I was going to just impulsively say no, but then I had to think about it, because I actually have... Now, we don't have a deep fryer, but I've simulated the deep frying experience with, like, frozen burritos, like Tina's burritos, by just putting a little layer of oil in a pan and kind of deep frying all the surfaces. Brad likes Fig Newtons. They're okay. I think I haven't had Fig Newtons in years. But it's the sort of thing where maybe once every 5 to 10 years, I go, you know what sounds good? Fig Newtons. And I'll get some and I'll have a couple and I'll be like, yeah, that's enough. And then I have all these extra Fig Newtons. And then slowly over the course of weeks, I will like just grab one here and there and go, this is not very good. But, you know, I'll eat it until it's gone. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of this Goofus. Off you go, Goofus. Let's see, do I have any other good ones? Did I show you guys the classic dog and her ball in the field picture? I like this one. You can't tell that she still does not know how to play fetch. You throw the ball, she runs to it, and she gets it in her mouth, and then she drops it and lays down next to it like this. And then waits for me to walk across the field to where she's laying to pick up the ball right next to her and throw it again. I think she wants to see me get my steps in. But this is a picture of us playing, quote, fetch, unquote. I think it's an adorable picture, though. Alright, enough of that. Alright, I just remembered she chewed my headphones. You bad girl. There she is, right there. You little chew monster. You don't like Fig Newtons? Your dad would always pack one for your lunch and you got sick of them having it every day at school? Yeah, I mean, I don't hate them or anything, but it's like I said, probably once every 10 years I go, Fig Newtons, that sounds good. Like, I just crave it. So if you like, sort of like black licorice. Although I've had black licorice a little bit more in the last couple of years because Amanda likes it. So we'll end up having it in the house. It's like the principles of Darwinism apply. All the candy that I like gets eaten, and then we'll just be like months where there's just a big old package of black licorice in the pantry. And every once in a while I get a sweet tooth and I'm like, should I have some black licorice? Yeah, why not? And I'll eat it and go, I'd rather be eating something else, but it's okay. Does Twizzlers have a black licorice flavor? Oh my gosh, I'm thirsty now. All right. So let's see. What are we? 40 minutes into the stream. I basically think I have I established sufficiently that I've had a kind of a crappy day / week and that I'm in a bad mood and that I'm mad at Millie. Do you think I've the 40 minutes opening the stream has been long enough for you guys to get the impression? That's the first question. The second question What do you think about this video that I made in the background? You like it? And Brad said it makes him think of commerce or something. Because if you really, really like this video, I can stay on this screen for a while. I gotta say, I kind of like the video that I made. I could probably spend a whole stream just looking at the OBS preview on my monitor and just seeing myself, my little gaming lawyer, my little screen here in the middle of some vintage footage of supermarkets. Now I'm running out of steam. Dress up like Panchi and chase her around when she misbehaves? Oh my god, she would freak out. She would absolutely freak out. I would say she'd shit herself, but she'd probably like that. That's their other big thing, is she's like become obsessed with eating her own poo. Which is not a thing we're fans of. She'll do a big, like, these giant blogs of poo, and then she'll pick one up in her mouth and run over to her favorite little, she likes laying on these cooling blankets. She'll bring a big log of poo over to a cooling blanket like it's a treat. Lay down with it. Break it up in little pieces. Chew on it. It's not like we watch her doing it. We realize after the fact. Or we catch her in the act after she's been chewing on it for a while. And something about eating poo makes her very affectionate afterwards. It's like an aphrodisiac or something. She just wants to give you all sorts of kisses. It's not good. It is not good. You spawned the first time and you missed it. It was lol. It's a good background video. I did miss it. Reminds me of some old-timey show like Leave It to Beaver. Yeah, this is the kind of music that would be in like Leave It to Beaver. Hopefully I'm not getting all sorts of like copyright heat from this. Like they'll shut down my stream, but this is like the kind of music that most of it's in the public domain now or whatever. It's like, you know, the theme from Always Sunny in Philadelphia? It's like that. In fact, this song is, I think, is in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They use this. And it's they found these certain music because they're in the public domain, I think. So they're cheap. So they use like this like whole little class of music from this era that's whatever. It's cheap now. But I like the music and just like I mean, it's so mundane. There's a guy behind me right now, and he's literally just slowly bagging somebody's grocery bag. Just like, oh, there's some bread. Maybe I'll put that in the bag. Let's see, I'm gonna scan this turkey and this ham over here. I can't see because my thing's blocked. Let me see, I'm gonna cover it up so you guys can see it. Yep, there they are. What else could I put in this bag? Alright. Whatever that was. That's pretty good. It's pretty riveting content right here. What will they put in the bag next? Look at these. Oh, this is like cinematography at its finest. Let's get a shot of that shopping cart, guys. Alright, let's get this low angle of, we're gonna get this low. It's gonna be like a real, in-your-face shot. It's gonna be very visceral. It's gonna be a low camera angle of the cashier from his left side. Okay, let's get a long line of all the deployed bags just ready to be filled. It's gonna fill the audience with anticipation, and then we'll have this person with a black cloak go through. Right, here's some old-timey, this is some actual 1950s. Back in Mr. Smith's grocery store, we see he's moving, blah, 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 blah. And here's Mrs. Smith, come to get her daily soup. Mrs. Smith always gets soup for her grandson, Jimmy. This sort of thing, you know? Enough of this. Give you Norris the Gray. Do I have Norris on this one? So, Norris the Gray says, hello there, ladies. Can I help you find something today? Yes. The canned, what would they be looking for? The canned corned beef. Right this way, ladies. And so you'd like some cabbage with that? We have some canned cabbage here as well. Have a nice day. Norris the Grey, out. Bye-bye. Then he goes over here. Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Did you find everything all right? Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. Did you... Don't run away from me, child. Excuse me, sir. Did you find everything all right? Could you spare a quarter? I don't work here. I just need money. I need money for the dentist. Okay. That's enough of that. All right, Norris. Did you like that, Alali? And hello, Alali. Ah, good old Norris the Grey. All right. I'm back. And I have that clip that you did when I don't have my picture, when I don't have my camera turned on. The default picture is the, that's that image that you put together, Alali. So my cam's not working. This is what you see instead. Whatever, you know, it's good stuff. Norris steals all his groceries? Well, he is a bandit lord or something, isn't he? Oh my goodness. You've been lurking and then you fell asleep and forgot to say. That's fair. I appreciate that. That's almost what I did for my own stream. The stream would start, you look over, and you see Millie laying on the bed. You just see, like, my feet behind her on the other side of the bed. And that's the stream for the night. It's almost what we would have had. That's where all the PC icons are. You know, I actually tidied up. Not that, I don't think you guys would consider it tidy up, but I actually tidied up the, look. It's a little bit more organized than it was before. I did a little cleaning house. But it's still, by most people's standards, a horrible, atrocious mess. And hello, food brother Fili Contreras. Caw, sir. Food brother, let me ask you a serious question. How does this background video make you feel? Especially because we bond over food, and this is a supermarket, grocery store video, and appropriate shopping music. It still looks awful. It's fine, Brad. I picked up a couple games I haven't played yet. It was on sale. You ever played Timberborn, Brad? I picked up Timberborn on sale. Like, I think a week ago. I haven't played it yet, but it was like, I think it was on Humble for 15 bucks, and it's been on my radar forever, so I bought it. What else? I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV still this week. Played a little bit of The Bard's Tale. I've been jumping around a little bit. I got into some Project Zomboid this week. I actually started playing Project Zomboid a little bit. Every time I play it, I'm kind of into it and I'm kind of bored. I wasn't into it enough to stream it. You didn't play Timberborn? I think it's pretty good. You have it, but haven't played it? Or you're aware of it, but didn't... Yeah, because like I was actually getting a little bit of a city builder itch too at the same time. And I was like, I should just install Anno 1800. And then I got thinking about it, like, Anno is a good game, but it's a logistic supply chain nightmare if you're not in the mood to deal with that. And I was like, that's too much. And all these games have some of that to contend with, but Timberborn focuses on a different thing, which is water and like being able to survive, like dam up the water and manage your water so that when droughts hit and stuff, your beaver colony survives. So it's like, it's doing something a little different, which is why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I've been had my eye on it forever. It was like the deepest sale I'd ever seen, so I snagged it. Satisfactory is about to release 1.0. Oh, hey, what's up, Kink? I've had an itch a little bit to play Satisfactory as well. That's one of those games, though, man. Like, if you get into it, it's holy shit. You could spend like the whole rest of the year just building out your supply chain. Like every time I play Satisfactory, I like it, but then when I get to a certain point, like I think it's at the point where I like had oil and I was beginning to refine oil and do the separate oil products. Like my factory was such a huge mess at that point to have all the things I needed to get to that point that I was just like, I can't deal with this shit anymore. But I think it's an awesome game. But I always just run out of steam because to get to that point for me, that's like 40 hours in, and it's like I can't deal with this shit anymore. It is a lot of fun. Will drain many an hour. Yes, you have like 1,000 hours. I could totally see that easy. And you play multiplayer, right, King? Like I've seen you streaming it, I think, and you actually play with other people, which probably helps extend the enjoyability of it. If you're playing that with other people, I imagine that adds who are enjoying it as well. That probably adds a dimension that keeps it fresh, a little bit more fresh for longer. You go through like 3 worlds before you get a work you stick with because it gets so complicated. Yeah. And honestly, though, I think about Satisfactory. I will say not constantly, but not infrequently. Like probably once a month or so, I'll get this itch and be like, should I play Satisfactory again? And then I think about what happens when your factory gets big, and I go, I can't deal with that right now. Because ironically, the reason that I end up thinking about Satisfactory is because I want to play a chill game that's not stressful. But Satisfactory, once you get to that point, does become stressful. At least for me, like figuring out the next thing to do is like, oh my god, I have to walk 5 miles to all these different manufacturing centers to get to like route the parts that I need to make this one thing, to build this one machine I need to do now. It only gets cluttered if you let it. But that's the key though. Like for me, like I was constantly like, oh, I'm gonna do it organized, and then get a certain point and like, oh fuck, it's all cluttered and everything's tangled up. Alright, I'm gonna create a new level. I'm going to make everything organized on this level. It's going to be great and whatever. And then it just ends up being layer upon layer of mess. It's just like the mess gets a little bigger each time. Like I start off with the best of intentions. And so then I end up with a factory with like 6 giant levels. Each one is the size of like a football stadium. Like the horizontal area of each level, and then I stack it up 6 levels, and each one is a failed attempt to not make a mess. So, oh hey Keith. But again, that's just me. I've seen some pretty amazing factories though. Everything is disorganized for your first few worlds. So, but what is it? Do you go into a new game, like then you know where things are gonna go, so you have it all planned out in advance, and then you're able to do it organized? Because for me, it's like at first there's just like, all right, I need something that does copper, I need something that does titanium or whatever, I need something that does this, so I just end up with this weird camp looking thing, and then that starts growing. I'm like, okay, I need to make a new level. Now I need to focus on getting a bunch of machines that make these things. It's like I can't start that build with the idea of where am I going to want all these things to be once I have 500 machines doing all these specialized tasks. You build an entire city manufacturing every single thing. Oh my shit. Everything's disorganized from your first few years will be so convoluted you want to start over at some point. Yeah. But yeah, because it gets to the point where like you start to be, well, if I could start over, I'd do it like this. But if you were if you basically have to like dismantle everything in order to get it the way you want, and then it's like, oh shit, it would be easier just to start over, probably. Oh my goodness. Suggest starting in the desert. Huh, okay. Alright, I don't think I've ever started in the desert before. I always start in that grasslands area one. That's like, to me, seems like the prettiest, the biggest combination of pretty and accessible. But the desert might be even more just wide open. I've seen only videos of people that have built in the desert, and it seems like it's a nice wide open place to build big. So do I need to get a Diet Pepsi? It's at 9:30, maybe I don't. I know. You big old goofus. Are you being a big old goofus? Are you planning your next thing that you're gonna destroy that is dear to me? Yeah. How about this headset? It doesn't have wires, but next time I go to the bathroom, we could chew this up, wreck it. Probably be super pleased with yourself. You can see I'm a little bitter. I'm a little bitter at my puppy. After my brand new fancy work headset, I went to the bathroom earlier and came back, and she'd done this. All the areas on the same. Yeah, I did not know that until the last time that I played. And I did start, and I started in a different area. It was like a jungly area. Because different people recommend things for different reasons. And the jungly area was recommended because it had access to some of the more advanced resources nearby, the starting point, if you knew where to build. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So I started building there, but I think that was the last time I played it. That was probably 3 or 4 years ago. Or maybe 2-3 years ago. I think I started another game a couple years ago, and then I think people on my channel remember this. For some reason, it started crashing my computer real bad. And then my computer just in general was being a little bit unstable for reasons I don't understand. It stopped doing that randomly after a couple months. But like OBS was crashing all the time. Different things were crashing all the time. And Satisfactory was one of the triggers. It could have just, I don't know if things were overheating. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But Satisfactory went on my list of things that were causing my computer to crash. So I put it on hold, and then I haven't been back to it. They're releasing 1.0 in September. I mean, I feel like at any point they could have said, it's 1.0 now. The game felt pretty feature-rich for a long time now. Is there anything that when 1.0 happens, it's going to be like, now it's complete? Or it's just like, okay, it's good enough. Or they probably had a roadmap. Is it because they had a roadmap of all the features and they got all the features they wanted in? I don't know. They're good devs, though. I gotta say, those guys, like, they're really good devs. Do you think I'm pretty feature-rich? Do you think I'm 1.0, Brad? Or am I Gila 2.0? They had a lot of things to do, and they're adding a lot of stuff on release. And then I'm definitely gonna pay. I'm gonna see what that's all about. I know there's a lot of stuff in it now that wasn't in it when the last time I was like super hooked on it. Yeah, I was always super impressed with the devs. And they're always doing like devlogs and videos, and they're super like, they're just really good devs. Like I think very highly of that dev team. That was your favorite G-Law, was 2.0? What am I now, Brad? Have I devolved into like G-Law 0.5? Or am I a future G-Law, but 2 was the best, and then the later G-Laws just weren't? It's sort of like World of Warcraft. After Cataclysm, everyone started being like, yeah, it's cool, but... And then eventually now they're like, ah, it sucks now. I don't know. I'm G-Loss 6.9. G-Loss 6.9. There's Norris the Gray. He's G-Loss 6.9. Why stay there, G-Law? Okay, no, sorry. I'm just gonna... Go away, Norris. Modern G-Law is about 4.1. Let's see. But, okay. But I have passed my peak. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, Kink, have you played Supermarket Simulator? I don't know if it's quite at the stage yet where you could lose 1,000 hours in it. But I know the games that really let you go, like, build cities and crap, you have the right temperament to do pretty crazy things with those. You just played it for a video tonight? Did you have fun with it? I just got it last night. Because it looked... I used to work at a little grocery store, very much like the one you start at. And it was just... I've been having a kind of a shit week. And somebody put a review out for it that I saw yesterday, and I was like, I want to play that game. It's like, oh, it's $12.99. I'm gonna get it and play it. And I played it, and I just got really into it. Yeah, it's in early access. There's when you log into it, you see there's a whole list of things where you're like, oh, yeah, there's a lot of things that aren't in it yet that should be in it. It's like, it's got enough going on to be fun, but it could definitely use, yeah. If I stuck with Glog 2.0, you'd probably have a couple million subscribers, and I'd be talking to Mr. Beast. You think it was, what was that game with the little guys that kept falling off everything? I can't remember what it was called. Fall Guys? Is that the one? That was the official launch of Glog 2.0. When I was like, Glog 2.0 was my attempt to reinvent myself to be cool and hip and the kind of channel that all the kids were into watching. Fall Guys, yeah, that's right. That was, Glog 2.0 was a concept that I launched when I first streamed the Fall Guys. You liked Fall Guys a lot? I think I liked it in theory, but every time I played it, I didn't like it. Like, I never got hooked on it. I always thought, this seems like it could be a fun game. I think, too, that I kind of sucked at it. How much I suck at a game sometimes informs how much I enjoy it. It's like, when I suck at it, I'll be like, I don't like that game. That game's not fun. Like Dark Souls. Oh, that game sucks. It's not fun. Yeah, because I stink at it. Exactly, Brad. It's because if I'm doing terribly, I'm not enjoying myself. That's the point.
45 seconds of gameplay.
I could probably switch my, I could probably put my camera back. Let me see. I put my camera back where it belongs. We'll put that down here. I moved the camera up because the bottom right corner in Bard's Tale had some really important shit in it. All right. I was hot garbage. That's right, Brad. You don't play video games to feel bad about your performance? Oh, okay. When you made that gameplay stinger? What? I'm also tired, so I can't think good. This week has been a week. Kink. I went to the dentist twice this week so far. I gotta go again next week and like the week after that. I had to have a week. I had to present at meetings and then go to the dentist. All in the same day. This is a bitch day. Oh yeah, 45 seconds. It's still there, right?
45 seconds of gameplay.
So, yeah, so I spent the first 40 minutes of my stream bitching about my dog chewing my cords, the stuff that happened at work, the background video that I put together for that intro screen. Once I set it to render, it's like it's going to take 15 minutes. So I just laid down. I almost didn't stream. I laid down and was like, I've had enough. And then I decided to stream anyway. But I was late. Yeah, I got it. Whenever I switch to my game, the game scene collection, it automatically plays. My 45 seconds of gameplay. This was effort. Yes.
45 seconds of gameplay.
I sang that myself. You know? I'm still, I mean, that, how long ago was that? That's probably 6 years ago now.
45 seconds of gameplay.
I haven't done anything as cool since then. I just realized that the 45 seconds is partially covered up by my camera. I got to change the order here. There we go. Let's try it again.
45 seconds of gameplay.
Nothing should cover up. There it is. There we go. Yes. Now I'm properly in the background. I did used to put in effort. I mean, I still do put in a little bit of effort because, like, you know, look at this background video I made tonight. I know it pleases me more. It pleases me much more than it should. But you know, I still do the little things like this for every video. But I don't do anything like
45 seconds of gameplay.
45 seconds of gameplay. I did have a slightly newer version of the lullaby that includes Norris the Grey in it. I think Norris the Grey represents, here he is. Norris the Grey represents the latest technological achievement for my stream. That and let me see. Do I have the welcome to Backdoor Gaming? Yeah, it's pretty good. Some pretty epic shit. Because one night I couldn't remember. Is it called backseat gaming when someone's telling you how to play a game? And I called it backdoor gaming. And it just became a thing after that. We call it the Backdoor Gaming channel.
45 seconds of gameplay.
And Norris the Grey really improved your ability to fall asleep. Okay. Welcome to Backdoor Gaming. I made the background video. You ain't got time for that, so I applaud. Yeah, the background video takes a little bit of time. First, usually what I do is I find the trailers for the game, and the trailers of the game will have like good material to just use as a background video, and then I'll find music from the soundtrack of that game, and I'll edit out all the trailer parts and just make like background imagery set to like something from the game. But Supermarket Simulator posed a unique problem, and that the trailer kind of, you know, didn't present the kind of imagery that I felt was appropriate for a background video. Also, I'm not impressed with the soundtrack. I wanted some real old-timey, like going to the supermarket the music. So I had to find some old-timey weird grocery store footage and then put the music myself. I did it myself. You know, hashtag backdoor gaming. That's right. Don't you tell me what to do. It's backdoor gaming. I won't take any of that backdoor gaming. The effort is clearly a lot lower, but this is a nice little video. I can imagine buying some Twix. All right. I just realized you said that. Appreciate that, Brad. All right. Here, we'll go into my, there we go. So every day starts at 8 a.m. and the timer doesn't start going. Time doesn't start moving until you open the store. So, and I think I was actually at one of the meetings after I did the part at work today, where after I did the part that I had to present, there's still like 45 minutes of meeting left, and I was playing this a little bit on my second monitor during the meeting. It's kind of one of those games where you can have it on while you're doing other things, which is also, I like games that are like that. But yeah, so this is storefront you start with. I think eventually you can change this. You can name it or put a different sign up. But right now it just says supermarket. And you have a couple of shelves. I bought more shelves. I got all the now the big move that I just made recently was because you buy all your stuff in here. And these are all the things you can buy. And then you can get turned to different shelves and stuff. Paints I can't do yet. And floors I can't do yet. But under management, there's these licenses. And you pay money and it unlocks more things that you can buy. And then there's certain store level. I guess I'm store level 12. Can't tell which level I am on this screen. But I can see level. Yeah, it must be 12 because I can unlock up to level 12 licenses and not 13. So that'd be 13. And hello, Ethan. Howdy, howdy, howdy. That's hello from me and my horrible, terrible, misbehaving puppy who's ruining my life. But she's also adorable. So let's see. The next one on the list, I'll be able to sell peanut butter, flour, olive oil. No, this is the one I can already sell some of it. Oh, it must be different. I can sell oil and pasta. It's not olive oil. Okay, maybe olive oil is more fancy oil. Soda, candy coming up, yogurt. This is stuff coming down the pipes that I'll be able to. I haven't even looked ahead. Then there's like cleaning products, toilet paper coming up, but somebody was asking if I get chimichangas. That's what I'm checking for. Chicken, French fries, pizza. I need to see if I'm going to get frozen burritos. Was it Mike that wanted to know? Sushi. I can reenact. The little grocery store that I worked at in college had a sushi chef that made sushi live in the store every day. He was sort of considered like his own vendor, but Mr. Wong. I'll always remember Mr. Wong with great fondness. Mr. Wong would call in every night around 10 o'clock to ask how much of his sushi sold. But Mr. Wong would get shit-faced and then call the store. He was very serious when he was in the store making the sushi. But when Mr. Wong called at 10:30 at night, completely shit-faced, he'd be like, you pick up the phone, you hear, Mr. Brian. And I'd be like, hey, Mr. Wong. He always called me Brian. Because when he's shit-faced, he probably, I don't know. Maybe he never knew that my name wasn't Brian. But I got that call every night. I pick it up. Oh. Mr. Brian. Hey, Mr. Wong. Wow, there's a lot of product licenses here. I haven't scrolled down in this. Eventually I'm going to get beer and whiskey and wine. Books. Cat food. Chocolate. All I want to see is if I'm ever going to get burritos. I don't see the burritos, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to get them. Yeah, just ABC book, colors book, electromagnetic field book, I won't share book. That's like children's books, if I have to guess. Oh, there's more books here. A Croc book, Once Upon a Time book, the Surprise book, Vintage Story. This still seems like it's a kid's books. If we don't get burritos, you're going to sue. Oh, wait, I thought you're going to sue me. And I'm like, that's a conflict of interest if you want to hire me as your lawyer to sue, like, my game stream. Sort of very highly entangled in a gaming lawyer channel. I don't think I could be impartial. I just had full disclosure. Although I could have you sign something to waive away that problem where you acknowledge the potential conflict of interest. I could really come out ahead in the end. Sue the president of all supermarkets? Well, supermarkets in the real world have burritos and chimichangas. The problem is, we're going to have to see when this game gets to 1.0. That's the thing, is the people designing this game, they're going to need to wake up. Actually, I should be careful because it could already be burritos, and you know how I am. I see a huge list and I see like chat and I missed half the things in the chat. I'm looking at this list. There could be 8 different kinds of burritos and I just missing it. Pizza. Shampoo. Now I've got to look closer. I'm not seeing. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so tired today. I was going to say, maybe I should grab a Diet Pepsi, but I shouldn't have a Diet Pepsi at 10 o'clock at night. Seems like an irresponsible thing for me to do. How can you have a grocery store without frozen burritos? Yeah, they should definitely have it someday. Although, I gotta say, I don't know if I feel passionate enough about them to get involved in a lawsuit. I don't know about that kink. You'd have to pay me a lot. I've been bitching about being tired since I started the stream tonight, Brad. I was bitching about being tired before I started the stream when I was laying in bed going, fuck it. I think I'm going to go on Discord and tell them I'm too tired to stream. Because that's how I was feeling about an hour after I normally start my stream. It was pushing 8:30 and I was in bed thinking, I may be down for the count tonight. Your jokes are not legally binding? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So we have not formed the attorney-client relationship. Being a kinkerin? A kink Karen? Is that like a Karen? Sometimes I don't put things together so good in my brain. I like to blame it on me when I'm streaming, that I'm not focused, which is partially true. Sometimes I just don't put things together good in my brain. Maybe it's because of my advanced age. No attorney-client relation at this time. All right. That means I'm not bound by confidentiality. I can tell people about all your dirt, kink. All the dirt that would probably otherwise be publicly available. Because pretty much everything I know about you is anyone can know. Do it! Oh, I just realized too, I could take out a loan. I'm not going to do it. I built up, I think I started with like $50 and I've just been building up organically. But Yeah, loan, probably if you're smart, a loan's not a bad idea. If you know what you're doing. Oh, no, I'm not going to do it, Brad, because I don't know what I'm doing. And also, the way this game works, too, is like, it's it's sort of it can be overwhelming. And I even heard the people that have played this the most, when the store gets really big, stuff like the automation stuff doesn't work that well. So if you have like a bunch of cashiers and a bunch of stock people putting shit away, it all starts to not really work very well. And it becomes kind of a logistical nightmare. This is what I've heard. Some people, the reviewers, people who've reviewed it who have high hour counts in this game. So I'm in no rush to be like, well, shit, let me take out a massive loan so that I can make a huge store that's going to be a logistical nightmare. I'm more just like, hey, I kind of like this slow organic growth. It's giving me the gameplay loop that I'm finding satisfying, that's keeping me playing. If I just suddenly were like, boom, here's $200,000 and I'm going to make the giantest store with 1 million products that I have to restock constantly. Like, I don't know what that looks like. So here's my little storeroom. This also is very much like the store that I worked at when I was in college. The store I worked at in college, it wasn't apartment buildings, but it was one of these sort of like South Park. Like, if you've seen like the South Park downtown, where it's just a bunch of storefronts stuck together on a huge block, it's like that. And it's just along a sidewalk where each store is just along the, they have the storefront right on the sidewalk, no parking lots, anything like that. And our storage room was the business next door. Like, they rented out the business next door. I think it used to be a restaurant. We rented it out and turned it into our storeroom. Except the door was that we used to move things in and out was in the back alley. So we'd go out the back door of the store, into the back alley, and then go into the door to the business next door where all of our shit was. So this was like super like, oh, this is kind of nostalgic. South Park is what you think of when you think of typical mixed zoning. Maybe, I guess. I mean, it's the example that came to mind that I could think of pointing out of what that style of neighborhood looks like. And that South Park looks like literally if the makers of South Park were going to make a version of where my grocery store used to be, it would look exactly like what the South Park is. And some of you may remember this or maybe not remember this, but when I worked at that grocery store, the people that made South Park were literally upstairs, and like the next door neighbor, second and third floor, were their offices before they got their real big offices when they were still tiny. So we had our little door here, and then right here was another door, and we had no idea that was the South Park studios, except we'd sit in here and we look out the window, and every once in a while we'd see like a group of people come out of that door, and they'd all be laughing their asses off, and we would all say, I don't know what those people do in there, but they look like they're having a great time. And that's how I became a libertarian. Now, that's not where I was going with that story, Brad. But it also it could help explain why when I think of that location, South Park springs immediately to mind. Because we found out after about a year and a half of me working there, they moved out of that office. And as the moving trucks were there and they're moving all their shit out, that's when we learned that we had been working like directly downstairs from South Park for like 2 years. And that's how I found God. This game is very loosely based on my life. Yes. So yeah, every morning I restock the shelves and then I buy products to restock the storeroom to get it back stock. And I'm actually at a point now where I think yesterday is when I bought I got the license that allowed me to get stuff that requires a cooler. So I'm playing a little bit of catch up, but I got enough stuff in the back. I did actually run out of money when I was like ordering my back stock. But I should be fine to get through the day. I'm down to 82 cents going into this business day, though. Yeah, that's the thing. I cut it real close. So, but I am going to start my business day now. I'm going to warn you guys. Which is a game lawyer thing. But once I start the business for the day, the timer is going to start going. And this is a very prime example of, let's see, what is it? Here it is. This is why I made this in the first place.
5 seconds of gameplay.
Now I realize I've been talking for an hour and a half without doing any real gameplay to speak of. But, so this is going to be a shock to all of you. But once I turn on the open sign, I'm going to be somewhat focused until the business day ends. I'm going to be somewhat focused on helping these customers. It'll be kind of like if I was doing a live stream from when I actually worked at the grocery store, right, and then I opened the store. It shocked the hawk. I remember when I used to say that. What? You wouldn't shop here? I've got a corner store with no candy or alcohol. Well, I don't have the license. They're on the licenses are there, but I would understand if you weren't going to shop here. It's not a corner store, though. Is this technically, by some definition, called a corner store? All right. I'm going to turn the thing on. What? All right, hold on. What the hell just happened? Okay, something fucking glitched. I'm going to try and reload and see if that... Oh my shit. Do I still have 82 cents? What just happened? All right, no, well, hey, it's 9 o'clock. It's technically closing time, but if a random customer, at 9 o'clock when it's time to close, random customers will come in. Now, something got fucked up there, and I'm not sure what it was. I think I probably spent too much time talking shit. All right. Here's your $3 change, man. You have yourself a nice night. See, it's just like what I used to do when I was working there. Well, that sure has been a long day. Time to close up shop. I have no idea what the fuck just happened. All right. Oh my god. Well, at least I don't have to restock my shelves. Okay, the dark roast coffee market price has gone down, so let me change that. It's gone down a lot. So the market price is now $8.94. I'm going to change it to $8.75. And everything else should be good. Time keeps moving. Pretty sure it was just your fault. It said 8 a.m. until I turned the on sign on. All right, I'm gonna do it. Please don't be nighttime. There we go. And one thing is, once it gets busy, I don't have time for this. But in real life, what I would have done at this point is I would have done the open sign, and then I would have come out here and had a cigarette. It's been like, morning time. Starting the day. Oh, yeah. Just another day in the city. Gouge the restaurant. I want to establish goodwill with the neighborhood, Brad. I want people to feel good about coming in here. All right, here come the customers. Fuckers, I got to put out my cigarette. For that, okay. Good to see you. That's a little bit what it was like, too. It's always putting out my cigarette and being a little bit pissed off, like, goddamn customers, interrupting my cigarette. All right, yes, flour. Here's your $5 change, sir. You have yourself a nice day now. I don't know why I didn't used to have that dialect. You can't buy a bottle of Jameson. Eventually, I'll be able to sell whiskey, but I can't do it. I'm working up to it, Brad. All right, look at these animals. They're taking everything. Ah, credit card. All right, that'll be $29.75, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day. Wow, I got a line now. I always hated having a line. He gave me exact change. Thank you very much. Credit card. Thank you, ma'am. That'll be $28.50. Sir, enjoy your powdered sugar. That'll be $6.50. Ma'am, another card. That'll be $8. Thank you very much. And there we go. I like to think that my experience doing real cashier work is helping me expediently help check these customers out. Because I was kind of a quick cashier, I won't lie. Although it's been 30 years since I've cashiered anything. But I got pretty flippin' fast at being a cashier. You like dirt cheap sake at Japanese convenience stores? All right, here we go. Here we go. $23.50, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Having a nice day, I hope. Don't care. Have a nice day. Hope you found everything all right. Take that credit card, $24.50. Have a nice day, ma'am. Cheese. I love it. $4. Are 50-cent pieces making a comeback, or is this just because it was made by a European company? At least when I used to use cash, they didn't have 50-cent pieces in the tills. 23, 25. We also didn't keep 50s. We kept nothing larger than 20s. 225. Oh, not 225. Get that decimal in there. It makes a difference. Oh, wow. This guy is taking out half the store. And $66.25. There you go, sir. $12. Thank you, ma'am. Sir, I hope you found everything all right. I'll take that cash now. Exact change. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Maybe he's going to start a sandwich shop. All right. $7. There you go, ma'am. Have a nice day. This one tells you the exact change you're supposed to give him. When I was a cashier, you had to figure that shit out in your head. 27. 25. Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day. Is anything running? I think, no, nothing's running low. All right, you guys, at this point, I'd be like, hurry the fuck up and check out. I want to have a cigarette, you son of a bitch. And exact change. I love it. 75 cents. Here's a 50-cent piece. $11 for that tea. Enjoy it, sir. $7. Not $74. Whoops. Luckily, it doesn't let you charge them a wrong amount. It just won't let you do the transaction. Because I gotta tell you, cashiers typo shit all the time. And hopefully they catch it, and hopefully it's not on purpose. Oh, hold on. We're gonna need light. I know. Starting to get dark. There we go, sir. $15.50. Have a nice evening, ma'am. Hope you found everything all right. I'll take that for you. $20.75. Have a nice evening, man. Come back again soon. It's funny that it was one of the first jobs I had after working at the grocery stores when I temped at that mortuary. And there are these old nuns from the local Catholic church. Like, one of the nuns died, and they're, in there getting, we're helping them make arrangements. And when they were done, I just reflexively said what I would say to a customer, like back in the grocery store. Hope to see you again real soon. And then she gave me this look like I just walked on her grave. I felt terrible. When you're working at a mortuary, you never want to tell someone, hope to see you real soon. That's some morbid shit. Okay. I still remember the look on that lady's face. I felt so bad afterwards. All right, $1.25, sir. There you go. Have a nice evening. Look how great I am at this game, though. Exact change? Yes, please. Here's a $5.25 for you, sir. Card, $22.25. Thank you very much, sir. Give you $82. There you go. Thanks for the $100 bill, asshole. That's what you say when someone gets you a $100 bill in retail. Thanks, asshole. $33.50. There you go, ma'am. Have a good evening. $9.50, ma'am. Here you go. Have a nice evening. It's 9 o'clock. Any stragglers gonna come in here? All right. We're gonna close up for the night. Boom. So that time the whole day was almost all profit because I didn't have to do any. I didn't have to restock my back room in the morning. I only had 12 cents, but you know. Should be able to do all kinds of fuckery. I'm missing stuff. All right. There's a thing you say that says short change? I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, there is something that says short change on the customers. I've never fucked up their change like when I'm doing it from the cash register. Although, I guess, but I know when you do the credit card machine, if you don't enter the amount that they owe you, it won't let you enter the transaction. So maybe you can give them the wrong amount of change. If I said, hope to see you again real soon at the grocery store, I wouldn't be thrilled either. I don't think I said it. I just said, see you soon. Something like that. Or something to the effect of like, see, yeah, whatever. See, I forget exactly what I said, but it was that sentiment. Didn't go over well with the nun in the mortuary, in the funeral home. It's an implied threat. Put the hundo in your pocket. Give someone $50 in pennies. I hadn't thought about giving somebody irritating change. That would be good. I do need to do some restocking for sure. All right. So we're going to start the next day. Okay, the price of powdered... The market value of powdered sugar has gone down. So I'm going to need to make an adjustment. Market price is now $6.01. Yeah, I'm going to cut it real close. I'm going to undercut the market by a penny. All right, everything else should be good. Now look at these. I've got to restock these shelves. So this is where some of the magic happens. Also, before I restock anything, I got to pay my bills because I don't really have $844. I really have, I got these bills and a couple of days worth of rent. Luckily, rent's only $20 a day, which is, you know, pretty sweet for New York City. It looks like the New York City bodega or something. You don't get why you didn't put product on the shelves before going home? Pretty sure you're... The reason that I don't, and you can, and I have, the reason that I don't is because I find it's helpful to... When you order replacement supplies, you put it in your computer and it shows up on the corner immediately. But you can't order new supplies after closing. You can only do it before you open in the morning. So I find... Now, you could restock from whatever supplies you have on hand at night. That's fine. But I find... To me, I can keep better track of what the fuck I'm doing and the ordering that I need to do if I'm doing the ordering in real time as I'm stocking each product. So for example, I'm just going to start here at the top. I'm going to grab these Cocoa Puffs, right? And then I'm going to put all the Cocoa Puffs on the shelves. And, oh, we didn't sell a lot of Cocoa Puffs. So I'm going to put this back up here, and I don't think I need to buy new Cocoa Puffs. And now we're going to look at what happened with the bread. Restocking the bread. Restocking the bread. Gonna throw away that box, grab another box of bread. All right. And I like to top it off. So it's like, all right, that's going to go back. And now just to top off that supply, I'm going to buy one more. Now in a real store, you'd probably be able to see like have a computerized inventory. But in this one, you don't. So you got to know, like manually see what you have and how much you need. So I'm going to buy one more box because there's a space for it in the storeroom in the bread spot. And there it is, instantly there. And there we go. On to the next thing. You love the little bear Cocoa Puffs? You can't buy product after a certain amount of time. What? All right, yeah, after you can't buy product at nighttime. It's all expired. Now, that's the thing that would fuck me up, is if they do expiration dates, which doesn't seem to be a thing yet that I'm aware of. But if things expire, then my way of doing things, I probably need to adjust my routine accordingly. Oh yeah, I know. I already explained it. But playing a game like this, I'm completely lost in the chat. So I'll see one thing out of context. You know how I do, guys. This might not be the best streaming game. This might be one of the many games that maybe is not a good match for me streaming, but that's what I wanted to play tonight. Expiration dates are probably hard mode. Is that a thing? Is there a hard mode yet? I don't remember there being difficulties, but it's the sort of thing when I blast past that opening screen that I could overlook. All right. I think I think I can get 3 more boxes up on that shelf. So I'm gonna get, that's pasta. I'm gonna buy 3 boxes, add to cart, and purchase. And stack that up. Stack that up. Stack that up. And now it's time to put out the oil, the cooking oil. Store's going to open around 2:30. No, it is 8 a.m. Time does not move until I hit the open sign. Except last time I hit the open sign and it suddenly became 9 p.m. I went from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Something glitched there. You think this is a great, in that sense, yeah, I agree. In that sense, it's a good stream game. But some games, like, I debate whether they're good stream games for me because of my inability to multitask and the fact that, like, I'll not be either effectively focused on either the game or the chat, and then I'm gonna miss a bunch of the chat, and then I feel like I'm a bad streamer because I don't know what's going on in the chat half the time. All right. I think I'm doing a reasonably good job. All right, one more box. I like keeping the other half of that. You can stack 6 of these boxes in one spot. So I like keeping the second one open for overflow. So I'm going to do one more to fill that in. I miss a ton of chat regardless of how good. It's true. That's true. I shouldn't be so hard on myself on this stream. Wait a minute. Oh, son of a bitch. I meant to get olive oil. All right. Well, I'll put that there. That's fine. I might as well fill that in. And it's not olive oil. It's just cooking oil. All right. See? That's a case in point of me, like, screwing up my ordering. Because I'm not focused. I fucked up. That's right, Brad. I fucked up. All right. Now to the next thing. This is, I think this is flour. And I'm going to need to grab another box. Makes it my going out of business sale. Oh, wait, this box only had one more sack of flour in it. All right. You always buy flour from a convenience store? Well, this is technically, I mean, right now it's more like a convenience store. This is supposed to be full-on grocery store. That's like the store that I worked at. It was like maybe twice this size, but we had all the stuff that a grocery store would have in it, including like, deli, meat, butcher section. We didn't have a butcher, but we had like steaks and shit like that, fresh fish. We had a whole produce section. All right, we're going to get 2 more boxes of flour for backstock. Fill that out. Right, for some reason, I thought out of the corner of my eye, someone just wandered into my store, which should not be happening yet. Oh, they realize all the farming and grinding that goes into flour? 150 seems fair. There's a lot of infrastructure that goes into even the mass production, the automation of it. Very expensive. Uh-oh, I inhaled water. I can't even drink water right. All right. Let's breathe some of that shit in, All right, some powdered sugar. Now, I don't know why you would have not regular sugar, just go straight for the powdered sugar, but it's fine. Hey, was that it? Oh, no. Okay. I thought maybe I didn't need to break open a second box. Nine out of 10 doctors does not recommend breathing water. The 10th drowned did. Uh-oh. That's dark, kink. All right, I think I need 1 more box of powdered sugar. Hello, you little monster, you. Yeah. Yes, my little destructive monster is back. You destroy any more of our technology today? For those who haven't been here for all of my streams, this is not the first thing she's destroyed. It's not the most expensive thing she's destroyed. The most expensive one, right before the heat of summer kicked in, she went and chewed the power cord for our $500 portable air conditioner that we use for the living room. And we found out, much to our displeasure, that power cords for ACs are not easy to fix. They're dangerous to fix, so most places will not repair them. Like, you can't take it to an electrician, you can't take it to an appliance repair store. They say you just need to buy a new one. So it's like, all right, one of her little chew adventures cost us $500. Ouchie dee. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. All right. Every time I see her right now, all I can think about is how she chewed the cord on my thing. Probably why I might not make a good parent. All right, no, I was going to get 1 box of the powdered sugar. If I had a kid, all I could do when I looked at them is think about the shit they wrecked. That's like, I don't see the love between like my wife and I, this life that we created together. I see that's the little shit that broke my stereo. That's the little shit that broke my plasma television. Or whatever. They don't have those anymore. Take it back. There's a hotel right next door. You think the hotel guests are buying powdered sugar like crazy? Yeah, powdered sugar, definitely an item I'd have in my 12-item store. Now, the thing is, when you first start, you have, before you buy any licenses, literally, you're able to buy pasta, bread, Cocoa Puffs, oil, the flour, and the powdered sugar. And when you start the game, by default, those are all the products you can buy. And you start with like $50. You can barely afford anything. So I bought some Cocoa Puffs and some bread, and that was it. And the customers, as they're coming in, all start having these thought bubbles. They'd be like, "Oh, I was hoping to be able to get powdered sugar, but there wasn't any." Like they look at whatever your store is, the the license or the classification of what your store can have, and if you don't have it, people start bitching that you don't have it. So literally, Brad, the reason I have flour and powdered sugar is because people kept coming in here and buying their Cocoa Puffs and bread, thinking, "God damn, I really wanted some powdered sugar, but this clown doesn't have any." So I'm like, "Fine, I'll get some powdered sugar for you, sir." And the rest is history. All right. Did I ever buy, speaking of the powdered sugar, did I ever buy the replacement? No, I didn't. All right. Got to buy that powdered sugar. Also, if you run out of something during the day and they come in and they're like the first day that I had coffee, I ran out of coffee. And then half the customers were bitching that there was no coffee. Wait, did I already stock all the shelves on this shit? I did. Okay. And that's full. Okay, what do we got here? Ah, the cheese. Moving on to the refrigerator goods. They do like that coffee. Coffee's got a high profit margin too, so I like it when they buy that coffee. It's a travesty if they want to buy it and I don't have it, because I make some money off of that shit. All right, that's all the cheese I need. And let's see, I got two more boxes of cheese to replenish my back supply. You buy all your fine cheeses from the shittiest store you can find? Yeah, well, maybe that's where they. It's like a hole in the wall. Sometimes have the best shit. You know, they're like, hey, you know where they got the best cheese? You're just gonna go down this random block. There's a seedy hotel. Walk right past it, and then you're gonna see a sign. It just says it's just a brick. It's just a brick building with a door, and it says supermarket. Doesn't have like an actual name. It's very mysterious. Like they don't want you to know whose supermarket it is. They don't even want to give it a real business name. It just says supermarket. You go in there, you go to the back, the cashier will give you a little nod, and that's where you're going to find the cheese. Speaking of which, wait, I just realized there was one more cheese. My mouse is being all weird today. It's being all choppy. I'm thinking about getting a wired mouse because my wireless mouse is being. I don't know if it's my mouse or if it's my computer though. Something, but even when it's not graphically. It's like just the mouse acts jerky sometimes, even just on my Windows. Could be all those icons I got. What do you think? All right. Some time for some water. That's the expensive cheese. Oh, wait, did I not stock that last one? All right, let's put the water. 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 All right, I'm gonna need another box of water. But let me get the cheese. Because that's one thing, when the store opens, I like to look out over my product and all my shelves and see everything fully stocked. It's one of those OCD joys that this game can provide for anyone that is so inclined. All right, I need to buy one box of water to fill in that supply. Oh, wait, I need to actually get the box. There we go. Get the box. All right, now we're going to restock the milk. Yeah, everything's being jerky as shit right now. I think it's my mouse. All right. Milk hasn't exactly been like flying off the shelves. Oh well, I guess we sold quite a few this time. We're getting down to well, we actually ran out in the back room. I think 2 boxes will still do the trick. Yeah, okay. And let's grab some of this coffee. I'm probably gonna need to buy a bunch more coffee. Yep, that was the last of my coffee, I think. So let's get I'll get 2 boxes. I might actually need a 3rd box to top off my supply. Let's see. We'll start with I'll get 3. Why the hell not? Yep. 3 was the right call. Unrealistic milk. Milk's always flying off the shelves. It's not flying for real. This is a figure of speech. It just means it was selling well that day. It wasn't literally flying. That would be very unrealistic. I mean, you'd be right about that. That's not what I meant. All right, let's restock the shit out of that coffee, shall we? Because this is something that you can stack up a lot of these boxes in that little space. And since you can't mix boxes in any particular space, you might as well. Oh, I think I could even do one more after this. Although, I better do the rest of the products first. This is where I ran out of money last time. Trying to restock everything. Once you start hitting like coffee and shit, that stuff's expensive. Eggs. If people don't need milk to go with their 3 boxes of powdered milk. Do I have powdered milk? So get more eggs. I use store upgrades and spending too much money on inventory. What? Doesn't that mean that I'm doing good business? So by spending money on inventory, it's because people are buying my inventory. And I'm using that money to buy more inventory. I imagine porno mag. I wonder if they'll have mods later where you can add all sorts of all the weird degenerate shit that Brad would want to see sold in my store. Through the power of mods, we don't have to use the power of your imagination. It's a circular economy? Sure, that's true. All right. Everything's stocked up. We're going to do 1 coffee. I have a crouch button. 1 coffee, 4 eggs. 1 coffee, 4 eggs. I think I'm going to have enough to refill everything the way that I like back in that storeroom. I'm finally going to have a fully stocked storeroom as well. I mean, my storefront is fully stocked. But I haven't had enough money so far since I expanded my product to actually, like, fully stock, like, the back stock in the back room. Like Dave and Buster's. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to need to give out supermarket bucks. All right. I think if I get three more boxes of tea, then I will officially have topped everything off. Can I afford 3 more boxes of tea? I cannot. They're 55 each, and then there's shipping. But I can get 2, so I'll be 1 box shy of fully restocking my store. Pretty close. There'll be room for 1 more box of tea there that I simply cannot afford to purchase, but it's pretty good. All right. So let's look over everything. Everything is full and neat, just the way I like it. Let's take the close sign off of the register and open this bitch up. Time to stand out front and have my morning cigarette. Morning, sir. Hey, ma'am, I got that coffee back in that you like. Okay, maybe tomorrow. This is just... Actually, when I used to smoke, I didn't sit there and make small talk with everyone passing by. I just sit out there and quietly hope that nobody came in and interrupt my cigarette. The difference being is that I didn't own that store. So I got paid the same amount whether I was out smoking my cigarette or ringing these people up. But now that my money, like I'm seeing this guy walking around, everything he picks up, little dollar signs going in my head. It's a little more gratifying than being a cashier working for someone else. Hope you found everything you needed, sir. $21, please. There you go. Have a nice day. All right. Yes. Yes, you consuming fools. Buy it all. $21.75, please. Thank you. Have a nice day. $3.50 as you change, sir. Have a nice day. That'll be $44.75. Have a nice day, sir. Hope to see you back real soon. No threats implied or intended. $2 as you change, man. There you go. $0.75 back for you, ma'am. Have a nice day. You're going to buy some cooking oil and powdered sugar, and that will be your dinner? You probably put those things together in a way, I don't know. Make some deep-fried powdered sugar. Could be good. Who knows? Could be like the next big craze. $27, ma'am. There you go. Have a nice day, sir. Hope you found everything you like. That's a lot of milk, sir. I hope you enjoy it. $24.75, please, sir. Thank you. And $8.25 as you change, sir. Have a nice day. I'm just going to say that the people that are buying, like, unreasonable amounts of things, they're like, oh, they're from the hotel restaurant or whatever. Like, they buy in bulk. That's what. Because when I worked in the grocery store, you would have people come in and buy, like, why are you getting 6 bottles of Wesson cooking oil? Yeah, exchange. Have a nice day, ma'am. $12. and 25 cents, sir. Have a nice day. $30.25. Have a nice day, sir. 2 boxes of Cocoa Puffs. Thank you, sir. Here's $1 as your change. $19. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. If you ran a restaurant, you buy retail and not wholesale. There were times when we had low enough prices on certain products that people would come, like other businesses would buy stuff from us in bulk. That's not our intention for offering things at those prices, but occasionally we'd make deals with supplier. It's the kind of product that we would stock and we wouldn't make any money off of it, but it was the idea. So we put it into a daily ad at the Daily Bruin for like the UCLA's daily newspaper, and it would get people come in and be like, oh shit, like I can buy this super cheap here. Let's all go. And then while I'm there, oh, let's get some of these overpriced eggs. Or things in our store weren't really overpriced, but we'll just say you get them, you track them in with the very well priced thing. And then while they're there, they would get the rest of the thing they need, and that stuff would all be sort of like just regular priced shit. That's how they get you. Are they called loss leaders? I never heard of the term. And also what would happen too is, these stores, like the restaurant, the pizza place 2 doors down, would run out of shit in the middle of the day. And they just like needed that shit right now. And so they'd walk 2 doors down and they'd just get it from us. Oh, it's gonna get dark in here. 25 cents to change, man. Sir, I should turn the lights on when I start the... Oh. You guys. All right, man, you're not going to like this, but I'm going to turn around for 1 second, turn these lights on. I hope I didn't lose your business. There you go. I don't know how impatient these people are. Like, at what point they're like, fuck you. I was right there at the counter, and he walked away like a bitch. I could have turned the light on right then. When you sell something below cost to entice people in the store, that's called a loss leader. That's funny. I wonder if that term has always been around. That term was not used when I was in a store where we, in fact, did that. But doesn't mean... The term very well could have been there. It just could have been something that was never used around me. But we definitely had those things. And like one thing too is like the owner would make special connections and deals with certain people, and somehow he made a deal that we were the largest distributor of Ben and Jerry's in West LA, which is weird because we were not a big store, but we had a shit ton of Ben and Jerry's, and he was like super proud of that. And we had reasonably good prices on Ben and Jerry's. Like, well, our regular price on Ben and Jerry's was like the sale price at other stores. $34.75. $30. $19. $2.75 is your change, ma'am. $9.25. Oh, they're really making a run on our flour. It's almost gone. Oh, 8.75. $4.50 is your change, ma'am. Have a nice evening. It's a good food. I should kick the customers out when they try to buy a single item. Why would I do that, Brad? Because the person that buys a single item today might be our biggest purchaser tomorrow. You know? All right. Gonna close the old register. Close in the store for the day. And then just progressing to the next day. How do we do? No short change. Product. They found all the products. Satisfied customers. 38 out of 38. That's why I don't do things like intentionally shortchange them or kick them out if they only buy one product. I'm establishing goodwill. So after all that, my total profit for the day was $98. Seemed like a lot of hustle for a $98 gain. I'm not going to lie. Set some standards. Sorry, asshole. Got to buy one powdered sugar with every order. Yeah. The balance, it is rising. It's just not rising in a, Oh, the market's pounding me on this pasta now. Pasta's down to 261. It's a sad day. All right. And then, I do it all over again. This time we're going to grab with the Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. There's a nice sort of zen quality to it. I think there's something about it too, like the way like my job is, for example. If I had a job that was just sort of like low key, that I could make decent money at, I'd be like, oh, that would be so nice. Like this is so not stressful. All right, how much? Except I'm not paying attention. That was. I need one more box of Cocoa Puffs to fill in my supply. Prices go down because you're selling too cheap. Make them spend more than market value. Is that is that actually a thing, dude? Oh, like $100. No, you're just saying crazy things. And oh wait, what was the next thing? The bread. Yeah, my gut, without thinking too deeply about what you just said, my instinct is that it's not accurate. That's not how prices get driven. But I'd really have to stop and think about it for a second to definitively explain why. Or I could think about it for a second and think like, you know what? There's a certain degree of what you said just now that makes sense. All right. Let's get refill the pasta. Pasta's a hot commodity. Just imagine set an item to $1,000. Maybe one person will buy it. Yeah, go after the whales. It's not the 99 people that go, what the fuck are you selling this box of powdered sugar for $1,000 for? It's the one person that's like, I need a box of powdered sugar. I don't care how much it costs. Take my $1,000, sir. It was worth the convenience. All right. And looks like we'll be buying 2 boxes of pasta. One, two, whoops, close it. Now for the cooking oil. Good times. Just did I just restock all the shelves? I did. All right. Hey, I don't even need to buy a whole new I don't need to buy any more of that today. They didn't buy a whole lot of that. Now flour, man, flour just flew off the shelves. Figuratively speaking, Evie, it didn't actually fly off the shelves. Okay? Okay. All right. Everything makes sense as long as you don't think about it. That's true. It's called magical or fuzzy thinking. It does a lot of the heavy lifting around here. Flower is a witch. Is that why it was flying off those shelves, Kink? It wasn't a figure of speech. It was witchcraft. Oh. Oh, wow. Wow, I actually ran completely out of... Okay. So I'm going to need 4 boxes of flour. And we'll... Oh, no, just go in there. 2, 3, and fill in the shelf with this last one. Boom. Onto the powdered sugar, everybody's favorite, right, Brad? Powdered sugar. It's the reason to go to a convenience store. Powdered sugar. All right. Into the powdered sugar. And put that on the top. I think I just need 1 more box of powdered sugar to top off my supply. You always got to get the powdered sugar. Susu brand, yeah, I've heard it. It's a Susu brand. So. You could say it's the Knudsen of powdered sugars. That's something that that's become. I don't even know if you go so far as to call it an inside joke around my house, calling things the Knudsen of. And it's because when I worked at that grocery store, I don't know why this was memorable to me, but I related to my wife and it stuck. He was telling me, the owner was telling me about the different milks, the different brands of milk that we had. And he was like, I always make sure to have different levels of milk. So we have like this sort of generic brand, but he's like, I always make sure to have Knudsen brand dairy products because Knudsen, am I saying it wrong? Is it Knudsen? We say Knudsen, but I think that's you say it wrong. Just how we've been saying it so long, I forgot. Knudsen is the Cadillac of dairy. He said Knudsen is the Cadillac of milk and dairy products. And so for some reason in our house, we started saying that if something's really good, it'd be like, oh, Nathan's hot dogs. That's the Knudsen of hot dogs. Yeah. The great story, right, guys? You probably loved that shit. All right, where am I at here? Cheese. It's time to restock the cheese. And 4 out of 5 dentists love that story. Okay. That's a surprising demographic, but I'll take it. The 5th dentist actually heard it. I think what Brad is implying here is that nobody who actually heard the story would like it, which is not a very nice thing to say about my story. Although, I have to admit, it was not a very good story. And I would be really surprised if, in fact, 4 out of 5 dentists who heard the story felt any degree of enthusiasm for it. It's just one of those stories I would tell on a stream. because I just don't have a good sense for providing content that people actually find entertaining. I just sort of throw everything at the wall, sort of without thinking about it. Once in a while, I'll say something that people find amusing. Most of the time, it's just a bunch of weird noise coming out of my mouth. Hey guys, did I ever tell you about the time I put stuff and then my wife and blah 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 blah. It's like, that I don't even even as he said the words, I don't even know what the hell he was talking about. Fact of the matter is, you've learned how to dole out your niceness on a pseudo random basis from what I know about behavioral psychology. It's pretty grim when you think about it. So I'd encourage you not to do that. All right, I'm having a hard time following what you're talking about. It's because you're responding to things as I'm saying them, and then I'm not connecting what you're saying to what I said. And the circle of confusion goes on. All right, time to restock some milk. I just explained the majority of people that stream games online. I think some people just accidentally hit the good shit more often, though. Or some people can tell the same story, and for some reason, when they say it, it seems interesting. When someone else says it, it's like, that was a dumbass story, dude. Why did you think anyone would give a shit about that? They wouldn't necessarily say it that meanly, but they'd be thinking it in their head. You fucking idiot. That's what they say in their head. Why in a million years would you think that the people watching your stream would ever want to hear that story? Yeah, it's pretty severe, but probably 100% true. All right, time to restock that milk. Right, Moo? Oh, wait. Did I just order too much milk? Well, it looks like we're going to have some floor milk for the first time. Maybe I should consider buying another shelf for the old back room here. Floor milk. Okay. Let's grab some coffee. I think G-Law is very funny, but some of his stories. I think G-Law is very funny looking. That's what the people are saying. I need a more impactful upgrade than shelves. What, like conveyor belts? What did you have in mind, Brad? Think I look nice. Don't I look funny? Can't someone look nice and also look funny? Like Martin Short. All right, one more. One more box of coffee to fill that in. I could look into more licenses. I want to finish stocking everything I have, then I'll think about if it's time to expand yet. Because it's like there's a substantial amount of money that you need to have ready to go before it's worth making that move. Because if you buy the license before you can afford to buy the product, then the customers are going to be coming in and they're going to start being like, hey, where's that thing that you're supposed to have now? And then you start getting pissed off customers. So you need to make sure that you've got, before you buy the license, you've got the storage, you got the money to get the storage and the product to fill the shelves so that people don't come in looking for that shit. You don't have it. Someone saying someone looks funny is not really a compliment. It's not like a comedian where they're like, he looks so funny, like in a good way. They don't use it that way. When they say, you're right. When they say someone looks funny, what they usually mean is like there's something wrong with the way that person looks. It's not a compliment. Like, yeah, the guy has a great sense of humor. It's not like a different way of saying that. I really sound like I leaned alone. That's a good point. That's a lot of planning and thinking for me to do on a stream though. A lot of planning and thinking. Somebody like Kink might be up for that task. Me, I can't even remember what the fuck I'm stalking right now. What did I come in here to do? Like, I literally am like, was I going to buy another? Nope, I didn't need coffee. Eggs? All right, I need to buy one more box of eggs to replenish my supply. See, this is the level of complexity of which I'm capable. The planning and execution of opening new product line might be beyond my ambitions right now. You done do none thunking? Wait a minute. Didn't I buy the fucking thing? No. I just put it in the cart and then closed the store app. Okay. I think I'm struggling. It's that 11 p.m. shit hitting me. 11 p.m. on a day like this. On a day like this. Ooh, I filled it in all in one box. I could finally get that last box in there. One more box of tea. It's the one thing I couldn't fill in yesterday. Capable of doing way more, you just don't want to, and you find that very relatable. Yeah. Capable is probably incapable is not the reason specifically. At this point, it also has to do with the level of effort involved. That's a good point, Brad. Although I do have an objective. It's sort of like a little tutorial-esque thing that pushes you along to do things. And the objective is to purchase a new section using your computer to expand your store. And I might do that right now if I can. Well, I don't know if I have the money. Actually, now I think about it. $579. Let me see how much it costs to expand. I got to pay my bills. So I'm down to 545. Growth. Section 2 costs $350. Okay, I can afford that. Oh, here. Okay. Oh. Well, would you look at that? All right. All right. Let's put this in the corner. Now, there's a little bit of effort involved. So what could I do with this middle area right here? Well, at this point, literally nothing because I can't afford more shelving. But if I could, well, I could fill in this gap. Yeah. What's the next license? Just so I know. I can't afford any of that shit right now. The next license in order, if I go in order, would be $400 as peanut butter, flour, olive oil, pasta, spaghetti, and rice. I could also just skip ahead. What the highest level I can get right now is $1,100 license for Pace butter, honeybee cereal, Mref chicken, French fries, pizza. I'm guessing that's freezer shit. I probably need to get freezers at that point. Please put coffee next to the tea. I can do that. Or put tea next to the coffee. I hope that that's an acceptable. Although, I guess this works. I said what I probably end up doing is getting a double shelf like this and working that somehow over here, but and maybe buying more freezer space. But we'll right now this is fine for what I've got. I can't afford anything else. Lining up the thing seems way more fidgety. I've seen a lot worse. I mean, it does give you these like precise lines, which is helpful, which is like more than a lot of games do. The thing that was bothering me here is a little OCD crack between the shelves, but that's just necessarily there, unless you have like a double shelf, right? But all right. But I can't afford to buy any more shelving right now. But there we have just sort of opened this up. It's a little roomier. That's nice. Another thing I could do is I could buy like a second register and move some of this shit over and have like this be like the register section and hire a cashier. I can't. Oh, I guess I could buy like one of the small shelves. I couldn't afford. I guess I could put more product out that I already have. I could. I couldn't afford to expand my product line to make use of those additional shelves. Now you think about it, I cannot afford a double shelf, which would be probably the thing that I'd want to buy next because it's more cost effective. A double shelf is $200. A single shelf is $115. So I could afford that. I could afford some of these smaller shelves. Are there like lower half shelves that I could buy too? The shelf half. I could buy a couple of those. Maybe I could use those in the middle of the store somewhere. Like I could put another shelf right here and put random shit on it. Maybe I could put more because I almost run out of this flour for some reason a couple times now. That's true. Loans I could go all in. That's honestly I'm like I'm half ready to just stop the stream anyway because I'm fucking tired. So, but you're right. I don't think about loans that often because my preference is not to use them. It's not necessarily a good a sound strategy to avoid using loans. But it's the way that it's sort of the way that I've enjoyed playing the game and just building up based on my own earnings. And for me, that's created a rate of progression that has been comfortable for me. Again, loans, I could go out, all out, get a bunch of loans, and then expand the shit out of the store, and then find myself like a little bit like possibly not having as much fun. It's sort of like if you get that level boost to level 50 in World of Warcraft before you learn how to play the fucking class. But I could be, as my wife says, borrowing trouble. It's just more like I feel like I'm dealing with enough already at the pace that I am expanding, and I don't want to like jump 5 steps ahead, right? So I'm like, nah, I'm actually enjoying the pace of what I'm already just doing right now. But if someone knew this game and they were starting over, like if I were to do a second playthrough of this game, starting from scratch, after I'd experienced like how all this shit fits together when you expand, I'd probably be doing some loans. I'd probably be doing loans to fill in like all this stuff, um, all the expansion stuff, like hiring. Now, I can hire a cashier. Uh, what's the thing? Cashier one? Oh, it's just a second cashier. That's all. I was like, is cashier two a better cashier? Just a second cashier. Uh, and when I hit 15, I'll be able to hire a restocker. And those are the sort of things where, like, when it becomes available, it could be worth, and if you don't have money, it could be worth splurging getting a loan. So there's definitely ways and reasons why it'd be worth doing loans. Just for me, it's just more like I like the slow progression. So because I like that kind of zen thing of like, yeah, I'm just gonna restock the same shit for a couple days until I get enough money to buy this next thing. Unless you get a new license, I don't see how more shells matter. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you gotta get them. Like I said, I could buy another shelf because the only thing in particular is once in a while, it's happened more than once. The flour almost sells out. It was happening with the pasta, and then I got a little extra, put a little extra pasta over here. So that's like if I had extra shelves, I'd probably do another thing of this shit just for that reason. Because I've almost run out a couple times. Well, the thing about my inventory, you're right. You do have to be able to manage your inventory before you have a stalker. Um, the strategy that I have that I think would work with a stalker right now is that at any given time, I start a day with my shelves completely stocked and my back room with roughly a sufficient supply to restock everything that I have once throughout the day if needed. And I think on that basis, like the stuff about how much I'm going to buy when, I under that theory, I'm not going to be buying more shit during the day as the stalker is stocking things because would become a massive pain in the ass to like figure out in real time how much I actually had of any given thing. Um, but I think a stalker at this point would like I don't see why it would be a problem as long as I maintain this thing of like, well, I start the day fully stocked and my back room has sufficient back stock that I'm not going to run out of everything. I've just more or less automated a part of that process. You currently figure out what you need to buy based on your restocking. Well, the thing is, if I had a stalker here working during the day to do all that shit, in the morning before I open, I'm still going to be in a thing where I'll be able to. Now, what I do now is I come in, I grab the shit out, I restock it, and when I've done that, I look at what's in here and I go, okay, I need 2 more boxes to fill that in. Um, and I can still do that if someone has throughout the previous day been refilling all that shit. I can still come in here and look at this and go, I just need to fill those in, right? But what I would have a hard time doing is if for some reason it's 2 in the afternoon and I'm like, I'm gonna do some purchasing and trying to figure out exactly how much of a product I have and how much I should buy then, that would be a nightmare. And that's like frankly, stores don't operate that way anyways. Well they do, but they'll figure it out. Like they'll set aside time where none of the product is moving, and they do it at 3 a.m. And they count everything that's on the shelves and everything that's in the back, and based on that, that's how they figure out like what needs to be bought. That's how they do it in real life. All right. Oh yeah, actually, I know, Brad. You're not gonna like to hear this, Brad, but I'm getting fucking tired right now. I'm tired. You know how I get. Remember when I used to say I was gonna stop streaming at 10:30? I never do that anymore. I just stream until somewhere in 11 o'clock hour. Then I get tired, and then Brad gets really sad. Very disgruntled. Just one more day. You know what, Brad? Fuck it. I could do just one more day. Brad, you talked me into it. No thinking, just scanning orders. Brad. Wait, let me have my morning fake smoke out here. Yeah. Morning. Morning. Oh, first customer already? Fuck. Welcome to the supermarket. Let me know if I can help you find anything. Thanks for ruining my cigarette. Open this bitch up. Look, I bet they're all really enjoying all this open space. It's like moving, like in San Diego, we had the San Diego Zoo, but we also had the San Diego Wild Animal Park. It's probably like moving an animal from the zoo to the animal park. If anyone has any idea what the fuck I'm talking about. That's how the customers feel coming into my store today. $73? Bitch. Theft! Oh no, I fucked up. I shortchanged her. Uh-oh. That was an accident. I thought it was she would need $73. Was there a quarter or something I forgot? Man, I hope the popos don't bust in. $12. That's what you get for giving me a $100 bill to buy like a box of sugar. And you know what? In real life, cashiers fuck shit up. You just go, oh, I think I was supposed to get an extra 25 cents. You don't run out of the store going, fucking thief! Thief! That's not how you resolve that situation. If a cashier fucks up and gives you the wrong change. All right, $71. Boom, boom, boom. That's 71. There you go. All right, 50 cents. I'll allow it. One bottle of water. The water is actually a little bit pricey, so that's fine. $28.50. And a little bit of cash. Here's your 50 cents as you change, sir. This would be my first day of ever doing something like that to a customer. They're probably gonna be pissed. 21 bucks, sir. There you go. 28.75. Oh, that's $2,875. Decimals matter. $27. Thank you, sir. $11.50. Thank you, sir. That'll teach her to shop here again. Yeah. $8.75. Whoop, not $7.85. $8.75. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. $14. Stay. Exact change. Thank you, ma'am. When cashiers undercharge you, you always fix it because I know their manager is going to be a bitch about the till count. We used to have cashiers that, like, were a little bit off. It was almost every day, and as long as it wasn't significant and habitual, like, we didn't care. If someone was off by a couple bucks, like, even if every day they were off by a couple bucks, we didn't sweat that too much. If someone was off by 40 bucks every day, that's the kind of shit that would get them in trouble. But, of course, we were a small business. I don't know if, like, you work in a corporate place, if they crack down more on that shit. But our place was, sort of gave people benefit of the doubt, unless there was a pattern that suggests intentionality. All right, thank you. All right, $2 as you change, ma'am. Have a nice day. Never accept extra money from a cashier for their own good. Self-scan, take it all. All right, because, well, the self-scan, is that going to, they're not going to give you extra money there anyways, are they? 25. And 75 cents as you change, sir. Ma'am. Thank you. It'll be 23.75. Cash, exact change. Thank you, sir. Oh, time to turn the lights on. Boom. I should probably turn them on at the beginning of the day. Boom, boom. Can I order more lights for the section of the store that I expanded? I can see it getting dark if none get added. 25 cents is your change, sir. Oh, there's your one carton of eggs. There you go, $3.50. Thank you. Have a nice day. $70.50, sir. Have a nice day. If you work at Kroger, they'll crack down on you for like being short at all. Okay. Yeah, I think the place I worked just was a little bit on the lax side. We bring in, $20,000 in a day, and if somebody's till was $15 short, we wouldn't freak out. But if they were $15 short every night they worked that week, then we'd be like, okay, that's suggestive of like intentionality. Oh, I tried to enter the number 650. Because one thing that I've learned in just about every job that I've been in where I'm able to monitor other people's work is people fuck up all the time, even when they are trying their best. $91. All right, fine, lady. 25. There you go. Don't say I'm a thief. These fuckheads aren't buying enough flour. Yeah, I don't know how many people pay with cash these days because I don't go to stores that much anymore. I know I don't buy shit with cash like hardly ever. When I act going, why are you not registering my? There you go. I think my numpad's being a little sticky or something. 325. 38.25. 49.25. Have a nice day. Yeah, I am typing the amount. Yeah. Now the thing that the 10 keys in a real store, you don't have to enter the decimal. They just include the cents. So if you need to do $40, you just do 4000 enter. So at least the machines that I worked on and the registers and credit card machines where I needed to enter numbers, I don't recall that you had to enter the decimals. You just had to account for the pennies and everything that you entered. Yeah, I've been using the numpad for all those credit card transactions. I used the numpad. Oh, in the older updates, you couldn't type it out. Are you talking about in this game? Yeah, I was not aware of that. You have some more knowledge about the history of this game than I do. All right. We did short. There it is. A total customers 39, satisfied customers 38. One person got shortchanged. I did make a $247 profit. That's not terrible. And at least 25 cents of that profit probably was that lady who's the one customer I shortchanged. All right, well, this is still up. I'm going to do it. Bottled water, eggs, pasta went up. Flour went down. I've already forgotten which things. I know flour went down, so we're going to move this to 4. I'm just going to check all the prices. I know pasta was one of them. Pasta went up. We're going to move this up to $3. Now I can't remember. We're just going to go over everything. Bread, 4.20. We're good there. Cereal, or 10 cents under market. That's good. Oil, good. Sugar, good. Coffee, good. Oh no, that was tea. Coffee, good. Cheese, good. Eggs. Eggs went up. Gonna change eggs to 4.20. Just carve it right underneath that market value. Milk, good. Water went up. Move that up to 3 even. All right, I think I checked everything else. Have I tried undercutting the market price? Isn't that technically what I'm doing? Everything that I do, every price that I set is under market price. That's what undercutting means, right? Eggs do cost crazy amount these days. I'm making, I'm making all my products over market price. Does that upset the customers? I never go over market price. I don't imagine it would be catastrophic. There are stores that do, in fact, they're known to be expensive and they charge more. So, but I don't know what the effects are. Like you could literally charge them $1,000. I don't know. The game may not account for it. I haven't fucked with that. I've approached this very much like I would approach it, something in real life. In real life, I'd be like, hey, my strategy would be let's give let's make people like excited about my prices. Less than $1. Okay. At least try the whale strategy, see what happens. I think it's one of those things where if it turned out it worked, I would enjoy the game less. Sort of like, if you play Skyrim and you put a bucket over the vendor's head, you can steal his whole shop and he won't do anything. It's like, well, or I could just open the console, type 1 million gold. Uh, I would be curious but that out of scientific curiosity, it could be worth trying. But I wouldn't be like, hey, if I just set everything to 1,000, one customer will come in here and buy one thing each day, and then I'll win the game. All right, I've already started the restocking process. You know what? No, I'm gonna stop. I need to stop. I did the one more day. If you do the same thing every time, we learn nothing. Oh, well, on that particular point, that's true. We don't learn what happens if you do that particular thing, if I don't do that particular thing. And I am prone to just like getting into the repetition of a game loop sometimes too. When I'm playing a game to relax and for comfort, sometimes the repetitiveness is something that I find soothing. Oh no, don't go to. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, no, wait. I think it auto saved. I didn't save the game. This happened to me this morning when I was playing before work, or maybe during my meeting. When I left the game, I forgot to hit save, and then, but I had fully stocked and ordered everything for the day, and then I quit the game. Okay, this is right. This is where I want it to be. Okay. Bills. Ooh, rent has gone up since I expanded the store. No, I got credit for that day. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys. What a day. Right, Millie? You little piece of crap. Did you enjoy eating my headphones? Did you enjoy eating my Prime Day super fancy headset that I loved? Did you enjoy chewing the cord off of that thing? I hope you did. Yeah. She's probably waiting for me to go to bed. Then she's gonna go and on her pad outside, dump out a massive deuce, put it in her mouth, chew it, throw it around, smack it all over her lips, then come back in, snuggle up, give me big kisses as I drift off to sleep. It's exactly the sort of thing you would do, isn't it, Millie? So-called Millie. Thanks for the stream. Now give me a little evidence, a structured approach. Just a paragraph. Brad, you're really dangling the incentives reasonably. Because when you say just a quick 27 innings of baseball, that shit ain't happening. But when you say, can you just please read one paragraph of evidence, a structured approach? Like, not that I'm necessarily going to do it, but, that's quite a reasonable request, Brad. That's like the sort of thing one could go, sure, I'll do a paragraph. Like, realistically, could do that. I'm not used to hearing reasonable requests like that. The dog did that to hurt me? You think so? She's like, this is really going to upset him because he uses this thing. Or she could be looking at it going, well, that's the thing that he was talking into for 3 hours today instead of giving attention to me. So it's time to let him know what I think about his stupid meetings. I'm gonna chew the cord to his meeting device. Maybe if I chew this device, he won't do meetings anymore, and he'll just play with the octopus toy that I like so much, or the snake toy, or the cow toy. And he won't do meetings anymore. I just have to chew this cord. Fuck them headphones. After 30 to 40 years, you'll learn the whole book. The funny thing is this book is, at this point, like 20 years old. It's probably, in many ways, outdated at this point. A lot of the principles probably don't change a whole lot, but there are a lot of, like, specific developments that do change, like nuances that do change over time, but this book probably has no clue about. For instance, I'll bet, like, there's all sorts of new evidence rules about, like, internet shit. I'm not sure, though. They could maybe fit that into the old evidence rules. The structured approach remains relevant. All right. Overall, yes, I would agree. Whatever the nuance, having a structured approach is still the way to go. All right. If you read me a bit, I promise not to take all the case law as current. Is that why you think I'm hesitating to read out of the textbook right now? Because I'm afraid I'm going to give you outdated textbook case principles? That's my big worry. I was like, I would totally read the whole book for you right now. I'm just really worried it's going to be outdated. All right, you guys. That's not going to happen because I got to go. I'm tired. If I crack that book open, it's going to push me over the edge. And it's going to be all the way down to Cranky Town for me. I got to be careful not to end up all the way down in Cranky Town. I will not advise you how to spread your cheeks. No. Although, I'm sure there's something to be said about that. In evidence, a structured approach. This book is beat up to hell. I've humored you more than usual tonight. Oh, wow, Brad. Well, I appreciate that there's some degree of satisfaction. No, Cheeks, I knew what you meant, Ethan. I knew what you meant. I was not thrown off by the C in there, you know. And that's one of the problems with the little, you know, comment sections. You can't edit them afterwards. It's not like Teams or some other thing. I do Teams at work, and I edit about 2/3 of the things that I post on my team. And I'm a QA specialist for a team of lawyers. So, yeah, if I didn't have that edit feature, everything that I type would look like garbage. It does look like garbage, then I hit the edit button and I fix it. You don't know how to spread your cheeks? Well, see, here's the thing, Ethan. I'm not licensed to provide you with that kind of advice. All right? I mean, if you lived in California where I am licensed, then maybe an argument could be made. But really, I think what you need is somebody with a medical license, right? Or someone licensed in psychiatry. You know, they handle both the psychological, like, I don't, like, why can't you spread your butt cheeks? Is it a physiological problem? Or is it a psychological? Is it a learning issue? There are professionals who can help you with this problem, Ethan. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But what I'm also trying to tell you is a lawyer does not have the training to deal with this issue. All right, Ethan? I have all the sympathy in the world, Ethan, for your plight. And I would love to advise you. It would be irresponsible of me to attempt to do so without the proper license. Yeah, it's true. You could probably Google it. You could probably Google it and find all sorts of information. But I'm not giving you any formal advice, but I'm just saying, Google it, and you'll probably see, I would guess, thousands of video demonstrations. They got the, oh no, well, he says it's not the jocks. So that's not to rule out that he got his butt cheeks glued together. I mean, that's the sort of thing anybody could just do accidentally without any help from anyone. The sort of thing my dog would do. It's like, hey, what you got there, girl? She goes, she got something in her mouth. And then I look away for a second, and then my ass cheeks are glued together. And she'd be sitting in the corner looking bashful, like, did I do that? You know. Can you tickle my beard? No. No. I'm making an executive decision on that one. No. You're not allowed. I won't allow it. I mean, you can't, because that's not how video communications work. Like, you could literally probably, if you're watching this on a phone or whatever you're watching this on, you could reach up to it and go, oh, like pat that thing. I mean, I can't stop you from doing that. But you can't reach through it and then your hand comes out of my camera and strokes my beard. Whether or not I give you permission to do so, it's just not going to happen. Butt cheeks are glued together by girls? Well, you don't have places here. Wow, Ethan. I think Ethan lives in another dimension. Because any place in the third dimension has places. Maybe it's a single dimension. He lives in a point. You can't fit anything into a point. No jocks, no girls, just glued butt cheeks. And apparently no resources in order to solve that problem. Only cheeks. It's an alternate universe. And the only thing in it are cheeks. Are all the cheeks glued together, Ethan? Or just yours? Or is it a universal problem where you're from? All right. Well, this has been a great talk, Ethan. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more with your little problem. And that I couldn't figure out a way for you to... What was it you wanted to do? Tickle my beard. Alright. Just yours today. Other days, maybe other people as well. Happened. Alright. Yeah. Well, if you got a world... You got an existence where all there are is butt cheeks. Oh, wait, but then, are they glued together? Because then you'd have to have glue. Or is it just you don't know how to spread them? Like, there's nothing wrong with the butt cheeks. You just don't have the know-how to spread them. And that's why you need help. Industrial solvents? Alright, there you go. Well, then necessarily you can't tickle anyone if you got no arms. Brad will allow it. Wait, do you have hands, though, to tickle people? Wait, I thought all you had was butt cheeks. You didn't say anything about there being hands. You said only butt cheeks. So if you're going to tickle somebody, you gotta do it with the butt cheeks. All right? I don't know exactly how that plays out, because butt cheeks would be hard things to manipulate in such a way as to cause tickling to occur. I think it'd be a lot more advanced than learning how to spread them, in my opinion. I'm no expert, though, as we've established. False advertising. Tickle a pickle to get a nickel. But none of those things are where you are. Alright. This is getting way too tiring for me. We're on the thanks for watching screen for a reason. Right, Milfred? You cord-chewing, poop-eating monster, you? Alright, guys. Alright. Everybody brace for impact. I'm going to dim the lights. And in 30 seconds, you're all going to be fast asleep. Ethan, don't even worry about my dog right now. It's not going to matter. In 30 seconds, this is what we're going to do. Dimming the lights. Ethan, are you listening? Unclench those butt cheeks. And listen. Go to sleep. And good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now, Ethan, Brad Pritchard, EV23, maybe Kink as well. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. Kink's not here, but if he were, I would encourage him to go to sleep. No, Ethan, no, go to sleep. I just told you. In fact, you shouldn't have a choice in the matter at this point. You should just be asleep. Because the lullaby has that effect. Look at Brad and Evie. They're out. Night, guys.